Don't have a lot of time or money? Today's challenge is a quick build wooden sword. Just take all the parts. Don't forget spray paint. Shake them all together and pull out a 45-inch wooden sword. Alright, it's probably not that easy, but it's pretty easy. So let's get to it. One of the challenges here was to keep the tools used for this build to be minimal. In other words, you could probably do it all with this saw right here. As far as the cutting, a simple half-round file, a sanding sponge, coping saw for the end. The drill is helpful. If you have a belt sander, it kind of speeds up the process, but not necessary. Materials list: a long piece of wood. This is the sword base. Small paint stirrers, 21-inch thicker paint stirrers, 3 wide popsicle sticks, 2 smaller popsicle sticks, some super glue. I have a doll head, 1.5 with a hole in it. Double-sided tape. This is for the ends. Use this gold to offset the silver. Really like this. I got it for $1 on sale. And then here is my go-to silver paint right here. The Rust-Oleum Bright Coat metallic finish. It also comes in a chrome finish. I use this on all sorts of props, weapons, guns, wands, lightsabers. This guy or its metallic chrome counterpart are really excellent. I'm not sponsored by Rust-Oleum. Certainly if you work for Rust-Oleum, leave me a comment down below. I'll see if I can get a hold of you. And I kind of like Rust-Oleum over Krylon, just because I think it works just that much better. Some sort of square, a tape measurer, and a mechanical pencil or some sort of pencil is always important for marking things so you cut them the right way. I'm not going to go too much into the painting on this guy because I used all the same techniques both for these pieces and for the major sword blade in this video here. You can see I actually reproduced the same approach here on the end. I kind of like that nice round ball, and I had a different handle here. So I'll go a little bit into the details of how I made this and how it goes in place. But the painting itself with these two paints is pretty much identical. I'll post up there where you can see the video where I do the painting on this guy right here. Great thing about using kind of a less than perfect piece of wood, I mean you want it obviously straight and relatively square because it makes things so much easier, is because all these little details you can sand out to some extent. But in my son's case, he actually wanted to make the sword look a little battle worn. So you can see we sanded out a lot of it, but we left some gouges in there kind of to make it a little more authentic. And then you can go in here and age this, of course, and maybe that's a future video. You can see the profile we ended up with. Again, this is a prop sword, not intended to hurt anybody. So the edges are dull, but there is some shaping that goes on. This was all done with the coping saw and then just sanded and filed down. You can actually take this saw, hit it at an angle, and just like you were maybe filleting a fish, cut a good bit of that wood off to give it kind of an arced profile, and then finish it off with the file and the sander. We kind of did the same thing up here. You can see where we cut the wood off. We left this block because this guy goes up on here. Took these guys off, sanded this all down, and then just came in here, made some notches right there in all 4 corners. Used the pull saw to almost fillet the corners out to make it a little smoother. One of the things that my son wanted to do differently on this was he thought the handle was too big. So we're going with a thinner profile not only in the width, but also in this direction. For the cross piece, this really came out well. Now it's a little rough here, but that's going to be concealed here by this part of the blade on either side. But he wanted something big. Could have been a really challenging piece to make out of something whole. So we laminated it. Have a thinner paint stir in the middle. You have two of these thicker paint stirs and then one on either end. And the measurements for this, I know you're going to ask, and you should, are 7 inches, 2 1/4 inches on each side. Or in metric system, 7 centimeters and about 8 centimeters. And then this guy here, I believe, is 1 1/4 inches or about 33. So you glue all those up with wood glue, and then you just go about shaving. You can see the same groove is here. It's going to be on the bottom, not a big deal. If you were that worried about it, you could just take another piece of the thinner material, glue it in place, and then just cut it out, and that would be whole. But because people don't typically look at the bottom of a sword, we thought it was okay to make the top this way. We could have put some filler in here and stuff like that and made it a little nicer, but the whole idea was this was a speed build. And you can see this guy slides right in here and pops in place. It could be more perfect. You could sand that down a little bit and get that a little cleaner. But again, he said he wanted a medieval sword that looked a little medieval. Like it wasn't perfect back in the day because they weren't that perfect back in the day. Or at least that's his perception. I wish he would have done the video with me, but he's camera shy. But it was just such a great design that he came up with. I wanted to make sure that we captured it for everybody. Okay, so then you take the double-sided tape, you put that stuff down. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. The whole idea here, it's just giving a foundation so that when you wrap paracord around, it's gonna have a nice smooth handle on it. But before we do that, we're gonna make these little pieces here. Put the double-sided tape down. He's putting it in place. Now it's a little long, so we want to trim that off just a tad. Okay, lay that down. Good. Some more tape down to hold the other popsicle stick. Gotta be careful with this stuff because it sticks to itself pretty well. Do the same thing, just cut like we did before. Oh, across the room. Now do the same thing. Since we got a short end here, where should we put the long end here? Right here maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, press it down, dude. Make sure it's as straight as possible. Okay, now cut another piece of popsicle stick, right? Put it in here. Where's another one?
Right here.
Right there. Push it down. Alright, so there's your design, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put your hand in here and see what you think. Grip-wise.
Yeah.
Little bit of glue here. And then we're going to stick it in this hole right here. See? And use that to our advantage. Just wrap it tight around. Let's get plenty of this. Plenty of this unwrapped for you. And then every once in a while, probably at the top here, you're going to glue it down. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's get a good, nice, tight wrap. And you got to have nice, tight wraps. Okie dokie.
This thing fell off again.
Oh no. Oh no.
I probably should have used glue.
You could use glue, but we're trying to do a speed guy on this. Okay, so now every once in a while we just put a little of that there. Press down. And look at that.
It's fun.
And then just keep wrapping. Like this. See? See?
Yeah.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you keep pushing it over.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you want to do this?
I'll let you do that.
No, you're going to do it. Just push it over. Keep it with your finger. Tighten it up. Run it across. This is your project, man. It's not my project. I'm just taking advantage of taking a nice video of this because I think it's a great idea. Okay, so you still... Okay, so now, before you like that, right? You like the red?
Yeah.
Red's... Okay, so we've made some progress. We started right here. Put it in here. We're gluing every once in a while. And I think it's just, we've learned, what did we learn? We learned that if you turn it like this, you ensure that both sides are there nice and tight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we had an overlap, and that's bad. Okay, I want to tighten this guy down a little bit. Where's the glue? All right, keep it on the side for now, so it's ready to go.
I am.
All right, here we go. This is a multi-hand production. Wow, I kind of like that red.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think that red is good. All right, glue it, dude. Pull it that way so it doesn't get on anything. All right, a little bit more than that. Squeeze. Okay, all right. Happy medium. And we're using Rapid Fuse. Gets the job done, but it also gives you a little more time than super glue. Super glue is like almost an instantaneous. Wow, I'm liking this a lot. You did a great selection of colors. Okay, glue. Away, away, away. Okay, so we've wrapped this all the way around. We've glued it in place. We're getting to the end where the ball gets attached. Again, we have this brown paper down because I'm trying to protect my nice green thing. So let's get the screwdriver. Turn it in place. The hole should be big enough. Don't get all the way down. Okay, woo, Simba. Okay, go a little bit more. Okay, stop. Now comes the fun part. More glue, please. Right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Okay, so see how that wraps down. Okay, glue right here. Okay. All right, now we're getting towards the end here. Here, I'll cut it. You go get the flamethrower.
What?
The lighter. Kids, don't try this at home. Okay, I'm going to melt this and then I'm going to do the forbidden thing you should never do. All right, there. Now, where's the screwdriver? Get the flathead, thin flathead out. What am I going to do there, Mr. Man?
Stab it in there.
I'm going to pull this up a little bit, hopefully. Squeeze it in there like that. You get that in there. Okay, now tighten it down real good. Okay, there you go. What do you think? That's not a bad finish. And it's finished up here, so it's nice. It's solid. Yes? Yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Your invention. Your product.
Yay.
With a little bit of assistance from somebody who has a little bit more experience than you do. And you wanted this because of why?
Two-handed grip.
Okay, let's see. You go by the wayside. Okay, so show me what... Okay, there you go. Turn it around so the camera can see it. What do you think? I think success.
Success.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so then we'll just finish it off with a little bit of intro and outro, and this project is complete. And you can take it to school, and hopefully they'll let you in the building with it. This is a great sword. I really like it a lot. It's my son's design and build, and this was my build. I like the handle a little better. I think we learned from that. This also looks like a Lego sword to some extent. And it's just an overall really good sword for cosplay or theater or whatever you want, or just to have a sword around the house that you want to practice with. And we built this in 3 hours with very minimal tools. So it met all of the expectations of what we were trying to do. Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you like designs of all kinds, making and breaking things, home repairs, I evaluate sports gear, electronics, and even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what you're gonna see.